must always be our number one issue. Sexuality, because sexuality leads to, when you watch that one National Geographic thing you guys had me watch, where the one guy wanted to marry the girl, the other guy had more animals and possessions, so the dad was going to let the other guy have her, even though she liked the guy who had less. The guy who had less, they run off together, so the other guy goes and finds him, and they beat him in a cave, but then he figures out how to irrigate, and then he figures out how to feed more people, so he gets the girl and becomes the most powerful guy in the village, even though he's a cripple, so on and so forth. And in that one movie, the Peruvian movie with the young girl, there's this Peruvian movie, you got to go watch it. This guy ends up going into this little village town to try to get to another town. He gets stuck in this little village town, which has weird laws and stuff, and they have this mayor. And the mayor, the wife had left him to go back to, I forget what main town it was, one of the large cities in, I think it's pretty sure it's in Peru. It's either in Peru or in Chile. I can't remember which country it was, sorry guys. But I think it's Peru. And so the girl had left, but this one girl, the two girls do most of the work. The dad's the mayor, goes to town, does whatever he does, and comes back. And the girl has to come out and do all her daily chores, and then she's hidden this box with all these trinkets that her mom had. And the dad hates the mom because she left, right? But so now he's got two daughters, and they're both around the same age, and he's attracted to one, and the other one he doesn't want to have sex with, but the one that he does want to have sex with. And then so he'll come in the bed sometimes, try to talk the other one into having sex, so they all sleep in the same bed. But the one that he doesn't want to have sex with wants to have sex with him, but the one that he does want to have sex with doesn't want to have sex with him. So you're like watching this movie going, whoa, this is deep. It's hard to watch. But then they have the part in, okay, now this young, lighter-skinned guy comes in trying to make his way through town. They lock him up, keep him there through the festival, because there's a festival over the weekend where they take Jesus before the holy time and all this stuff, and there's a time for the festival. It's kind of like a big Fat Tuesday yada kind of stuff and everything like that, before Lent and stuff. So they take this statue of Jesus and they put him in this glass case and carry him down the altar. And for 2 days he's got these blindfolds on. So for 2 days you can do stuff you can't get away with. So he's all excited because he's going to get to sleep with that daughter he's been waiting to sleep with when they blindfold Jesus. Well, she knows God's not watching because she thinks the same way, so she runs and finds this newcomer in town, this new younger guy, and she has sex with him instead. And one of the old ladies in the village finds out about it because they saw it, and she has to go tell the dad, ha ha ha, you wanted to get her, but another guy got her first, ha ha ha. So this guy who's visiting the village is like, why did you do that? Why did you come seduce me? I'm going to be in trouble. So he's got to hide, and he sneaks out, and he's going to try to get out of town. And she's like, well, take me with you. He's like, you're crazy. It's just like, but finally he decides, I'm going to take you with me. He feels guilty about it, and he goes and he talks to her, and he goes, I'm just going to take you with me. Well, sorry, and in the meantime, on this thing, stuff the dad was showing, went to go show the new guy into town where he was going to stay because he was going to visit, but instead they lock him up and turn him into a prisoner. He finds the box of goodies that her mom left behind. He takes them and he destroys them. This makes the girl really pissed because she's like, how could you do that? But she finds an earring left, a plastic earring that was left, these pair of earrings that she puts on because that reminds him of her mother. Well, the dad takes the earrings again, too, when he gets mad and he finds out that she slept with the other guy first. And then that night he has sex with her, and the other sister sees it, and she's jealous because she wants dad to be sexually attracted to her, not to the other sister. It's really whack, man. You're sitting there watching the movie like, whoa, this is very dysfunctional. It's in a small village with different sexual controls and all. You're like watching it going, this is really hard. This is really whack. And Jesus isn't watching. Okay. But then on the last morning, they're getting ready to run away because Jesus isn't watching. She's going to go with this guy back to the big town in Peru. And I don't want to say Lima. I think it's Lima. But he's going to take her back there, and she says, it's real rough. You probably won't be able to survive the whole 9 yards. You shouldn't go there. You should stay here. You've never been to a big city. You wouldn't last a day. That's why he doesn't want to take her. Just stay here. Life may suck here, but it's worse than Lima, is what the guy tells her. But she doesn't listen. She's determined to go, so he's going to take her. Well, she goes back to get her earrings, and Dad destroyed the earrings too. So she makes Dad soup and put rat poison in him and kills him, and she tries to get it done before Jesus sees. She's not successful. The other guy that she had sex with first that's trying to take her to Lima runs back to the house and says, you know, come on, what's wrong with you? You just killed your dad, yeah, because he destroyed all my mom's trinkets and ruined my earrings. You're kidding. And then the one other girl that wanted to have sex with dad comes in and goes, looks at the white guy and says, looks at the lighter skinned guy and goes, you killed our dad, you killed our dad. And then the girl goes, you're right, you did, he killed our dad, he killed our dad. So the village goes after him, kills the white guy that was going to take her out of town. She goes, grabs his stuff, gets his bus ticket, and goes back into Lima. Yeah, it's a total trip movie. So the 13-year-old girl killed her dad because he wanted to control her sexually and took away her mom's earrings and stuff like that. Had seduced the other guy, had sex with him, used him to pay for killing her dad to get free from him, and she gets away scot-free. And my sisters would say, well, the girl's the innocent victim. And it was that other guy's fault. He shouldn't have had sex with her. He was older, she was younger, and the dad needed to die. But the girl's an innocent victim. That's the way most women would look at that movie. And the guy was like, forget the earrings. You don't need the earrings. Just get here. I'll take you to Lima, and I'll take care of you till you can get on your own or whatever happens. I'd had sex with you. I understand what I did. Yeah, you had sex with her when she was too young. She wanted to have sex with him. She seduced him. She followed him. She chased him. Watch the movie. She follows around him. I'm going to make you want me. You're going to want me. You're going to love me. And she goes up and she goes and finds him, takes off her clothes, lifts up her rose, and goes, have sex with me now. And he does. She did it to him like 2 or 3 times, so he finally does. And he shouldn't have done it. He knew that after he did it. I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have screwed you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's a really good movie. But it shows a lot of social dynamics and stuff like that. Like I said, I know how my sisters look at it right now. Well, those two deserve to die, and she deserves to go out to Lima. And she's probably going to end up dead in Lima like he told her, because she has no one to protect her. She's going out there. She's 13. She is kind of wise in the ways of the world, but it's going to turn against her, and she'll probably end up dead in the sequel. I'm just kidding. But do you know what I'm talking about? That's the way the story goes. It's not going to be better in Lima than it is in that thing. She's probably going to end up becoming a prostitute in Lima. Okay? To survive. That's the way the story goes. She's not going to go and everything's going to work out. She got away from those evil men. There's more evil men and evil women in Lima. Life doesn't get better. It gets worse. Okay? Do you understand? Unless you can live among honest people where you have better values, honest values. Okay? Jesus is not this all-seeing God that's always watching, but we're always watching what we do to each other, and the children are always watching, and we teach our children what is valuable. You should protect your children, okay? We talked about that in front of the library the other day. You have to educate them, and when they get sexual, you have to tell them what's happening to them, and you have to be honest, okay? If you have a good relationship with your spouse sexually, you really don't want sex with anybody else. No, I don't. Okay. The only times I thought about being with someone else was when my wife was fucking everybody else in town. Or she was homosexual and it was totally abusive. Or we were 2,000 miles apart and she was going to the club getting screwed every weekend. Other than that, no. I would give my money every 4 months, fly back to Arizona and have sex with Illumanti. You're pathetic. Oh, thanks. You go fuck everybody every weekend for 4 months. I have the hottest woman on base picking up on me. I say no, fly back home to have sex with you, and I'm pathetic. I guess that is pathetic. I should have just said, like my mom advised me and my sister advised me, but you guys should just set me down and talk to me. You should break up with Yolanda. She goes to the clubs. We see her all the time. She's screwing other people. Miriam's more interested in you. She has kids. You love her kids. She loves you. You love the kids. Marry Miriam. I'm going to. But that wasn't the perfect result for me. The world still sucked. I was still being monitored and watched by, people in the military. They were making my life hell no matter what I did, because I'm the game breaker, okay? I'm the guy who comes in and puts the light on things, shows you general dynamics, changes the way you do things. I'm the little good Hebrew schoolboy who comes in and kind of takes over the class for little bits at a time to help you be better people. I'm a game changer. You want to make me look bad. You want to screw things up. You want to keep the status quo. He's going to change the status quo because the status quo is fucked up and leads to villages like that. Take a wooden statue of Jesus, cover up his eyes, and he doesn't see this happening. It's nuts, man. I was watching the movie like, don't throw this crap on Jesus. That's not me. That's a wooden statue. And I'm not him. That's my uncle. And I'm seeing this because I'm watching this movie. And you're not getting away with it. It's actually happening. Okay. You ran your wife out. You're screwing your daughter. The other one wants to, you solve everything. Have sex with the one that wants to have sex with you. Okay? She'll be happy. She'll rub it in the other one's face. The other one will be, that's okay. I don't care. First moment I get, I'm going to run away. I didn't want to have sex with the old guy anyway. You guys have a good time. It would have worked out a lot better. But he wanted something he couldn't have because she wanted something she couldn't have. And she would have enjoyed it until the other sister ran away. But then he would have had an interesting sex life for a while until she ran away too. Then he would have drank himself to death. Okay. Boy, you're just wrong. You people are like that, man. You're a trip, man. If you can't control something, you don't like it. God, it's horrible, man. Amy thought I was trying to control her. No, you control your woo, I control my penis. I don't fuck all the other women that ask me to have sex with them because I'm a nice guy. And I told all the girls that in the service, if I start fucking all over you, I'm not as attractive and I'm not as nice of a guy, am I? I can tell you sweet things, but I don't mean it. I'm full of shit. I'll be one of those assholes who you think, wow, no, they say he's an asshole, but he's really a nice guy. No, he's not. He's just using you for a record deal and a video. That's all you are to him. A nice lay and some material possessions. He's not a nice guy. He's a complete fucking asshole. He's not cute. No, he's a little prick. God. Yeah, you have to be able to see clearly. Nice guys stand up for you. Stand up for your children's values. Stand up for life. We'll throw his life out there. We'll be ridiculed. We'll be abused. We'll volunteer for the rough job to save you and your children from nice guys that will come and be all sweet with you, tell you everything you want to hear, and then make you look like shit in the process because he's a shit. He's a piece of shit. He's nothing but a piece of shit. It's the truth. I'm not going to paint it pretty for him, and I'm not going to talk to him as he's not worthy of talking to me. I scare the shit out of people. I am so happy about that now. I used to be so, I don't want to scare people. Yes, you do. You want to scare all those punk lying ass behind the back, snidely whiplash, bitch ass motherfuckers that would sell you out, stab you in the back, and go fuck women while you're being fucked. And say, huh, you should have done what I did. I wouldn't do what you did for all the pussy in China. Sorry, bud. You'll figure it out. All things being infinite, eternal, and relative, and this being the surveillance era, this is all under surveillance. You are being monitored. You are being watched, and you are being shown for everything you're doing. The Rockefellers explained that to me yesterday in the bathtub, man. It's like, you told them, and they still do it. They're as stupid as the people that they're making fun of. Well, if Ralph does this and this happens, it's just a matter of time. We'll go to the last one, and we'll talk about general dynamics of classical biological conditioning that could evolve over bazillions of years and how you work and stuff like that, and how it's wise to do things differently than what we're doing because we're continuing a perpetual state of this insanity, and how we can change gears, and how freedom is not always what you think it is. All right, guys, I love you. This is cool. I'll be back. You have to understand what it's like to be a leader and what it's like to be in a leadership position, and oftentimes it's exceedingly painful and lonely. All right? I love you. I'll be back. Blessings and peace.